All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is almost 5 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, and wanted to give everyone an update on our thunderstorm chances late this afternoon and into the evening hours. And as you can see, we have what now is a line of thunderstorms that has formed west of Fort Worth, really west of Parker County. So, really looking up from Mineral Wells to the northeast. If I can get my drawing tool to work here. So, somewhere along there, Bridgeport, up to Bowie, up that area. So, everything west of, certainly west of 35, Fort Worth, Denton, in the clear, no big deal. And I don't come on, there's nothing to be alarmed about. Let me say that we're not expecting a severe weather outbreak or anything like that. But as we get into the evening hours, especially after 7 o'clock in Dallas Fort Worth proper, we could see some strong storms. So I wanted to give an update on that and what you can expect. So if we put this radar in motion, and we'll do that here in just a second. So the general motion this afternoon has been to the northeast, and as you see, there's been some showers and thunderstorms form in Tarrant County mainly, but they've kind of died off. There's a little bit of sinking air over our area, but that's expected to change here momentarily. So we have this one of many waves around a low pressure system in western Texas that'll be heading our way starting tonight and into Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday possibly. So we could be seeing some good amounts of rain. It's going to be scattered. Not everybody will see 2 or 3 inches of rain. But I think hopefully, crossing my fingers, that everyone will see at least an inch. Hello, Angela. How are you? And for those of y'all who don't know, my comments are just a little bit delayed. So if you post, I don't see them right when you post them, but typically it's 10 seconds afterwards, something like that. So I'm not ignoring you, I promise. So hi, Angela. So Angela, just Angela for she lives in Northeast Tarrant County, southern. Actually, I guess it's South Denton County, maybe. Anyway, but so she has a much better chance of seeing rain in the short term. Okay, so let's look at a bigger picture here for a second. I want to show you what's going on here, and let's see. Let's fade this. We don't want that, so let's do this. All right, here we go. All right, so this is a satellite picture, and I kind of want to show you a couple things here, and we're going to refresh this. All right. Hello, Beverly. How are you? Let's see. And while this is loading, Angela, need to cancel the rain for Saturday, SMU homecoming. So what you're saying, Angela, is you're going to sacrifice you want our drought to go on a little bit more. No. I get what you're saying. You're saying rain now and then quit by Saturday. Boy, at this point, I can't promise that. But I will see what I can do. Hello, Leslie. How are you? All right. So as you can see from the satellite picture, quite a few thunderstorms, especially west of us. So you're seeing this blow up. At my house, the temperature has gotten up to 91 degrees, but it's 88 now. Dew point's in the mid to high 60s. So pretty juicy air for this time of year for the end of September. So that's why you're seeing these thunderstorms pop up and heading our way in general. So you can kind of see the bigger picture. And of course, if you make it out in out here in New Mexico, you can kind of see this beginnings of this upper level low that's going to, and as you can tell, it's pumping. Circulation around it is coming in up from the southwest, so we're getting a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico that's going to help fuel these storms. All right, so from a storm standpoint, let's look at the Storm Prediction Center and see what they're talking about. Okay, so this is, as we always talk about, this is a categorical outlook that the Storm Prediction Center puts out. And so there's 5 risk categories, just as a reminder, 1 through 5. Marginal is 1, it goes all the way up to high risk is 5. So we have a marginal risk west of us, not including Dallas, but including Fort Worth, actually, if I pop the city layer on there. So obviously, as I've always talked about, these are arbitrary lines. They don't, they don't always, they're not exact science. So just because you're not in the darker shade of green doesn't mean you're not going to see a strong storm, but you could. But it's most likely is south, and really the bigger area is southwest. So let's look at let's take the cities off here. All right, so let's look at tornado. This is not a tornado situation, so don't worry about that. No tornadoes. Could be a little bit of wind situation. Again, that's mainly west of us, but we've already had reports of 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts, and we have even had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings out west of us. Hail's the same thing. Hail, not really a big deal, but in the strongest storms, you could see maybe quarter size hail, but I don't see a whole lot of that. But again, we've had some severe thunderstorm warnings. So overall, not a obviously by no means is it a severe weather setup that you will be need to be concerned about, but you could see some strong storms. So if we go back to the radar here, and I'm going to get a bigger screen for me. Okay, so again, I just want to point out a couple of things. One is, these individual storms are going north or east, but they're kind of petering out right now in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Most of the instability is gathering, as you can tell, west of us. So the thing I would keep in mind it's almost 5 o'clock now. The thing I would keep in mind is this cluster of storms here, I would expect would start to grow down here as well. And then in a general sense, you're going to see them congeal and move, I would say, east-northeast. Now, when's that going to happen? I would say, like I said earlier, I would say probably for most of the Metroplex, if you're starting with 35W and then going, I would say certainly after 6 o'clock. If you're in Dallas, Collin County, if it holds together like it's looking like it's going to, then you're talking after 7 p.m., maybe the 7 to 8 p.m. range. So what can you expect? I wouldn't expect anything widespread severe, but if you are the lucky, quote, unlucky one to get under the strongest storm, you might see some gusty winds, 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, and you might see some hail. I don't think it's going to be anything to write home about, but you could. Now, again, that's the strongest of the strong. I think the vast majority of you will not see anything like that. At least as of tonight, not too many people will see anything at all, but I think most of us will see something. Now, as we move on into the rest of the week, I think our severe weather threat will be a little less. Today we had a lot of sunshine, a lot of instability. And so I think that's why today is probably the best day for severe weather. Although kind of looking at the models for Thursday and Friday, we may start to see a little bit more of an uptick in severe weather then as well. Okay, so with that, I just wanted to kind of come on real quick and give everybody an update that you don't be surprised if you see some storms. Like I said, if further west you are after 6, Dallas County and Collin County, probably after 7. Not everybody's going to see rain. Certainly not everybody's going to see the worst of the worst. I just feel like that just didn't want anybody to be totally caught off guard. And I did want to point out something real fast just to let you know that these storms can produce hail. These are hail signatures right here, and it's kind of hard to make out, but that's a decent sized hail signature right there, just southwest of Jacksboro. And and so I don't know if you can see it, but this is the good old tornado vortex signature. That's in the upper reaches of the storm, from what I could tell. I wouldn't make too much into that. You do see those pop up every now and then, and so it's just not. It's nothing to be concerned about. If you happen to have outdoor plans tonight, then yes, just be on guard. Just make sure that you have a plan if you're going to be outdoors. If you're watching a sporting event or something like that, just be prepared for. To seek shelter. That's what I would say, because definitely going to be some lightning, torrential downpour, things like that. So it's definitely something you want to keep in mind if you're going to be outside, and even if you're not, you definitely want to be aware. All right, so let's put this in motion one more time and see what we got here. And as you can see, the line again, west of Mineral Wells into Jacksboro, east-northeast movement. You see a lot of lightning strikes there. You have seen some hail cores develop. And, these last few frames, let me stop this. So you can see right here that, whoops, that's not going to work. Let's try this. So you can see right here, you're starting to see some more development on the south end of this line. Like I said before, I think what you're going to see is you're going to see more of this develop. This line's going to extend down here, and then in turn, it's going to head this way. So if there's anything that's alarming, which I don't anticipate that, but if there's anything alarming that we need to talk about, I'll definitely pop back on. If not, I'll send some posts if I feel like it's something that we need to be aware of, or if I can't hop on the camera, I'll on the get the studio going, then I'll do it online. But with that, again, just want to be aware. You will see some of us will see some strong storms tonight, and just something you want to be aware of, especially if you're going to be outside. All right, so I think I got all the comments. Well, Beverly, I hope it wasn't cutting off and on too much. And Paula, hi Paula, how are you? Good to see you as always, or online anyway. Okay. As always, I'm watching the weather, so you don't have to. Hope everyone has a great Tuesday evening. And again, if something that we need to talk about, I'll pop back on. And if not, hope everyone has a great evening.